What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, March 7th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope that you have a great Monday. Hope you're feeling good at least. Hope you had a great weekend. I did do an interview last night with Natalie Sady on her channel, which I did put a link in the description below. So you should subscribe to Natalie's channel. She, of course, works at High Vibe and does full disclosure with David as well. She did a cool little interview with me, like talking about my, kind of my awakening and my past and what led me to astrology, and talked about a little bit of predictive stuff, which some of it I kind of shared with you in the weekly if you haven't checked out the weekly astrology as well. So definitely a lot went down, and yeah, if you want to see more or hear more of my story, it's there. And Natalie's channel is great. She interviews some really cool people too, so definitely worth checking that out and giving her a little subscribe. Well, when we look at the astrology for this Monday, we are going to see the sun at 17 degrees. It's, in between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, and we're kind of building up towards this weekend with the Sun-Neptune conjunction. We're definitely far out there. We are as far out there as we can be. There's so much that I think we want to piece together and have this puzzle completely figured out. And I think Mercury finishing up here in Aquarius is definitely having us try to let's tinker with some things. And I think if it isn't broke, it doesn't need to be fixed. But at the same time, if it's completely broken and busted, are we just not seeing clearly that it's not working? So we kind of want to, figure out the non-linear path through this reality, and maybe stop stressing so much about the linear aspect of life. Like, let's just stay connected to beautiful things, creative things. This is such a beautiful creative time. There's so much spiritual abundance in the air. It's just a matter of, like, are you willing to identify with what beauty is, or are we identifying with what, a lot of the nonsense is in the world? Like, and that's the thing, is we just don't know what exactly is going on. And I know it looks like so much is going on, but yeah, it's hard with these transits to really, it's hard. Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces, it's hard. I wish I could say I knew. I don't know. We kind of got to wait this one out and not get too attached or be too sensitive, but use the sensitivities that are coming through for a great abundance. Of course, 17 is a Saturnian degree as it's here, and the moon is going to square Saturn from Taurus, with this moon in Taurus, exalted here, loves to be in Taurus, definitely starting off the week trying to get the top shelf in life and find things that make us feel good. But I think there is a high level of dedication, especially as the moon squares Saturn in Aquarius, a dedication to people, connection to, what makes sense. But not trying to trip ourselves out over sense too much, but just trusting that our intuition and our true feelings of where we're trying to go in life right now are probably the only thing true in this physical existence. And you want to have your truth and your direction defined and not lose that, or not slip. This is a steep time as Pluto's getting ready to come to 28 Capricorn. It's almost there. It's going to be 2756, 2757 today. So it's getting steep up here at the top, and I know we're tired, but let's keep going for the best in life. And I don't think we have to push so hard. It's like there's definitely a way right now that the universe is trying to take you, and it can feel like it's impossible or whatever, but that's just stories, and we're limiting ourselves when there's so much creative potential in the air. So I think that this Monday is definitely saying, do you want the best right now? Do you want to connect to the best energy, the best friend energy, the group energy, relationships? Mars and Venus are still conjunct there at 1 degrees of Aquarius. I think we can all move into a really amazing, cool, connected future, but we have to find ourselves and identify with what that is first, and know our worth and know our value, and not go backwards into not feeling like we're enough, or slipping into toxicity, or this is just such a good time for forward movement into the changes that are going to bring beauty into our lives. And I just want to say that's where I'm at with the astrology. I'm also very tired, but I mean, let's just think about the things in life that we really want, and stop feeling so limited by this reality. I know it looks like the limiter is full bore, keeping us suppressed, and maybe today we do get met head on with things that are trying to take away a lot of the feel-good energy in our physical world. But let's break those boundaries, and let's not lose ourselves. Let's identify with the great feelings that we want to have in this life, and bring that abundance into our physical world. We are, of course, going to see the moon also sextile over to Jupiter. It's going to sextile the sun. So yeah, it's square Saturn, but it's getting some nice backup from Pisces. It's such a time to believe in the faith and the fate of the world right now, that it's not all bad, that there are positive things out there. There is feel-good energy. You can create very, very amazing things in your life, but it does take choice. It does take decision. And it does take, I think, looking at what's best for you and the people that you really do want to connect with, and really go in that route. And I think that we're all tuning into a very special frequency right now, and go in that direction. Identify with that. And I think you're going to see value that you couldn't even have imagined. And you don't even need to linearly figure it out. This is just trust that that's where the magic's going to be at. Moon's going to meet with the North Node. It's not the most comfortable day, but that doesn't mean it can't be great. And that doesn't mean that through an uncomfortable kind of situation, you don't manifest something that actually does bring the comfort, the security, the abundance that you are looking for. But, when big choices show up, don't shy away. This is a time to disconnect from what isn't creative in life and really connect fully to what is creative and magical in your life. What is the card for today? Ace of Swords upright. Let's pierce into the veil of new beginnings. Let's start to understand that there's so many downloads we've gotten, not even just today, but over the past couple years. And I think if we're willing to start these things, there's so much abundance that we can have dropped into our lives. And there's we don't even know what we're about to pierce into yet. So we have to start tripping and start deciding, are we going to pierce into the beauty, the just unbound creativity, or are we going to lose ourselves? Page of Cups, reversed. Lose ourselves into sensitivities, vulnerabilities, not being open with how we're truly feeling. I think we want to try to express ourselves very well today, and I think that we will have a very powerful presence when we are putting it out there on the line for what we know is best for us and what we know is actually best when it comes to connections and people in our lives. And don't hold back how you're really feeling. Don't just let things fester. Like, I think you want to, also, don't be so crusty right now. I know I kind of feel crusty, but I'm just tired. Don't be crusty. Like, let that youthful energy in, because that's where new beginnings are going to start. I love y'all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you for tomorrow's horoscope. Much love. Peace.